Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play.
Hello everyone, welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button, also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next video.
With President BL0ÇK Tinubu in yet another scramble to block records relating to him from being disclosed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, and other United States services. Court filings seen by People's Gazette showed that President Tinubu's lawyers in the U.S. have filed motions to appear in an ongoing Freedom of Information action brought against the U.S. organizations where records that may help answer questions about the president's real identity and decades-long endeavors are domiciled. Christopher Carmichael, who is one of the lawyers who represented the President Tinubu in the recent Chicago records case, filed the motion dated October 18, 2023, stating that he was a lawyer in good standing to appear in the case in the FOIA lawsuit underway in Washington, D.C. The FBI said it was planning to release the records before the end of October to Aaron Greenspan, the proprietor of Plainsight, a website that pushes anti-corruption and transparency in public service. Several other U.S. institutions, including the U.S. State Department, Internal Revenue Service, IRS, and Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, have all indicated readiness to turn over thousands of pages of President BL0ÇK Tinubu-related records. The president's move comes 2 weeks after he lost a fierce battle to block a federal court in Chicago from releasing his academic records to Atiku Abubakar, his main political rival in Nigeria. The school ultimately released the records, which show that a certain BL0ÇK Tinubu was admitted into the school in 1977. Now to discuss these and other issues on the world news at 12 this afternoon, we have Mr. Cyril Abako, a political and social affairs commentator and analyst. Good afternoon, Mr. Abako.
Very good afternoon to you, Chairman. I'm glad to be here.
It's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. All right. So, we have been expecting, it's October, the time that the FBI says they have 2,500, a whooping 2,500 files to release, on our president, on the Nigerian president, and they will start with 500 in October. Today is October 19th. We're yet to see anything, but the president's lawyers have made a move to try to block the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, the IRS from releasing any files at all. Could this be said? Could it be said that it is because they are incriminating and that's why his lawyers doesn't want them to come out, or is this just a thing of, oh, we don't want you to breach the president's privacy? Because right now they're doing this under the Freedom of Information Act. It is to be released to a website which specializes in making sure that records are real and that what is out there is really what it is. If it is released, then everyone will have access to it on the Plainsight website. It's a website that pushes anti-corruption and transparency in public service. Now, could it be said, really, like I asked, that it is because they are incriminating, or they just want to protect the privacy, the person, and the integrity of the Nigerian president? I'd like to hear from you quickly.
Oh, well, the argument, again, is very straightforward. The president by now is not new to scrutiny. He is not new to people trying to dig up his identity, dig up his past, dig up his antecedents, and try to know him better. Perhaps one thing we can take away from the certificates issue just a few weeks back is the fact that Nigerians now got to know their president better. In any case, Chicago State University did come out to affirm that he was their student, and they also produced a certificate to back up the claim.
With different genders and different,
the
different
yeah, but at
documents.
least the school went so far as to say he was their student. That was quite categorical. That was quite affirmative. Now we have come to the question of a more detailed look into the president's past, into everything that the president has done over the decades. Perhaps this will be one Nigerian president who will be coming under the most scrutiny since 1960. But the fact is it necessary? Is it worth it? My argument has always been that when you aspire to be governor, president, if you didn't aspire to be anything, nobody would bother about you. But from the day you aspire to be a public servant or a public leader, and anybody has even the least inclination or suspicion as to your identity or what you might have done in the past, they have every right to find that out. I remember, many years ago, I was much younger when the junior George Bush was running for president. He merely announced his bid for the White House, and there was a news report that said that he had been arrested for drunkenness 25 years earlier. It came out. Who cares about what a bartender, what a waiter, what a waitress, what a car wash operator did 30 years ago? But as soon as the son of a former president came out to say he was vying for office, they came out and said this man had been arrested for drunkenness 25 years earlier. So once you offer yourself out for public service, you are invariably putting yourself up for scrutiny. So we cannot blame those trying to scrutinize the president. Now the fact is, the matter of privacy is quite controversial and dicey, but like I said, once you're president or anything of the sort, there must be scrutiny. Sometimes they even call them background checks before you even aspire to anything. But in the case of Mr. President, this is citizens who are interested in what maybe they have a whiff, maybe they have what they want, an inkling into what they feel may be revealed if they indeed went to search the president. I, for one, I don't think I would have. I'd be bothered if anybody wanted to know where I've been, what I've done. The records are there. With scrutiny and investigation is one, and transparency and accountability really are some of the hallmarks of on which Western democracy has come to be built. A president can be scrutinized. How much did he spend in office? How much does he spend on his shoes, toothbrush, his ties, his cufflinks, and so on. They all know. So for example, if the American president wants to eat, he does not eat government food. He buys the food he eats. If mistakenly he throws up or urinates in the White House, he will pay for the cleaning of that of that spot. They're that thorough and detailed. But in Nigeria, the president or governor is a big man. Nobody should scrutinize or ask him questions about what he might have done. I think that this scrutiny isn't bad. I don't think the president has anything to hide. If the matter now goes into technicalities and court processes and people are beginning to ask more questions and the president is fighting tooth and nail to not want anything about his past to come out, then it will begin to give people the impression that indeed something is there to hide. But if there's nothing to hide, I don't think there should be any attempt to try to cover up anything or try to prevent it from coming to light.
If there is nothing to hide, his lawyer shouldn't be trying to block the FBI. But then 2,500 files, that is a lot at 500 files per month. Like I said, it's already the 19th of October. When are we to expect this? Are we to expect that this suit will actually work in stopping the FBI and other agencies from releasing these documents?
You see, my joy is that the American system doesn't work like ours. In American system, law is law. The Constitution cannot be overlooked or overreading. It's the law and it stands. The president cannot influence the courts. In America, nobody will tell you go to court. In America, nobody, if you put up a billboard saying all eyes on the judicial, nobody will be offended in America. So that's one good thing we have there. America is a country where somebody goes to court, uses some technicality to strike out a case at the expense of substantive justice. You won't see that happen in America. So I'm glad. Whatever comes out of the court proceedings, Choma, will also stand as part of the enlightenment process, as part of developing the judicial process, as part of enriching judicial history, to say was a citizen right in asking questions about his president. So now, for example, our president said in France the other time that he was a very brilliant student and that he always made the dean's list every semester. It was okay. Chicago State University came out and said that indeed he had been their student. Now, he had worked at Mobile as treasurer. He was a former senator. It's like saying he's been there, done that. Okay, so he's traveled widely. So it means that he is a man on whom a treasure trove of documents definitely do exist. Exactly, especially perhaps the Adekunle and Ahmed dichotomy.
Does that mean the fact that his lawyers are trying to block this does not mean that they are criminal documents?
Well, until they're out, nobody knows. But I personally wouldn't think that the first assumption. I think so. Like I said, I won't make my first assumption to say they're criminal. But I think it's it's like saying it is when these lawyers now want to fight tooth and nail, want to cover everything up, that people begin to assume that is there something else to hide there. Choma, you see, no matter how much you want to be governor, president, and be open, there are still some things about your life that you just feel or wish would be should be left personal. So, for example, if a former president who perhaps has gone through a divorce, do you want the public to know the details of the terms? For example, how much you're paying in child support and so on. It's his life, but I mean, a governor, let's say in California or Tennessee, may not be so happy having those details come out publicly, because being president, people now know those things. But how about the other parties involved, his wife and other children involved? So that's why I said it's a two-way thing, okay? But the way his lawyers will want to go about it is what will now show whether indeed he's trying to hide something, or he's just trying to keep his privacy to say, guys, I'm president. Why do you want to know everywhere I've gone? Everywhere I've gone to dine, everywhere I've gone to wine, everywhere I've visited in the past. Really, is that really your business? But again, as president, if push came to shove and people had to know, then they had to know. George Bush was arrested for drunkenness 25 years before he declared to run for president. It came to light. By the way, none of that made him not to win the presidency. Okay, in Bola Tinubu's case, he's already president of Nigeria. So he's there, really. He's there. Whatever we get to know about him, I don't see what it changes, but it would be good if we knew.
Even if these files come out and they have what we could call incriminating documents among them, it's not going to change anything.
Well, if there is hard evidence, as the Americans say, the smoking gun of criminal activity or criminal involvement, then of course court proceedings will be initiated. The Senate and House of Reps will be encouraged to also look into the law books of the country and to see what appropriate measures ought to be taken. But above all, it will not be good for the image of Nigeria. I don't know, when people talk about this criminal, I don't know what they are, but I don't think that any president getting involved in any criminal activity of certain magnitude in the past or will be good for the country. Already, when it looked as if the BBC report and the Chicago State University came to say categorically, CSU particularly that he was a student, already, that didn't rub off good on Nigerians. They began to profile us overseas and to say certificate issues here and there. Yeah, but I mean, let's see what comes out of it first before we can now know what it could be about and what should be the right. But believe me, if it is damningly criminal in nature, definitely we would expect that appropriate measures are taken.
All right then.
Ladies and gentlemen, good day, my brothers and sisters, my mummies and my daddies over there. Is your sister again, your doctor, your friend, your girl, Anointed Lady TV. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to me. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video, you will be notified. So in this my channel, I will be bringing up many things to you in which you will benefit from it. I do talk show, I do news, anything you want to talk about, I am into it. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video or each time I'm on live on YouTube, you will be notified. Thank you very much for always being there for me. Please do subscribe for me, and as you do so, God will richly bless you and meet your heart desire. Thank you very much. I love you all. Yes, so my people, as I tell una say I go come back, I don't come back. Una welcome back. As una see that video, una watch, how una see am. I want una leave una comment for the comment section there. Una tell me how una see the matter, whether it good or it bad. If it good, make una let me know. If it still bad, make una still let me know. I need to bring and come give
una wey be my people wey dey here, make una follow me shook mouth put whether e dey good or e dey bad. So if e dey right, una still leave una comment below. If e dey bad, una still leave una comment below. Una remember say everybody gets freedom of speech. Okay, all right, thank you very much. So if you dey watch me, you never subscribe, my brother, sister, I beg you in the name of God, make you hit that red button and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video, you will get notification and you will constantly watch me. Thank you very much. See you again in my other video. I love you all. Bye bye.